I got a recommendation on my last YouTube video where I watched the newest Eve song, which was Wind's Anthem. And I asked there, which other song do you like to get reacted to? And someone requested Kororon by E. I would like to check this out now. Never watched this video before. Let's jump into it. Okay, pretty nice framing at the beginning with the credits, music credits, arrangement credits at this side, and here we have a party situation between these girls and these different colors. You can simply see that they are changing the colors with this light. It doesn't change anything at the animation. It's a simple post effect, probably in After Effects, something like that. Here we have the same thing again with the main animator, what is LinkedIn. Actually, from when is this song? It's 2 years ago, in 2023. So this is past Eve's fight song already. That was a really cool punch that was also meant as a transition. Pretty cool thing here going on already. Like here we have it, and a quick transition into this lit view of these two girls, which are probably our main protagonists. Yeah, and they are reacting to each other. So probably she now heard the impact. And here, yeah, now we see both sides. Okay. But we also see that there's barely any movement. So this is more or less a still frame with only the lights moving, like here. Not even people are dancing or something, but okay, we're getting some effects in the background. Some fireworks, kind of. So we get a relationship between these two, right? And now she's getting dragged out of the frame. And we are directly in a completely different scenario. Like before we had more darker colors like this blue or also a lot of pink. And now we have the complete contrast with really nice orange colors. From an animation standpoint, it looks kind of rough, but it really fits into the whole scenery. So I don't mind that you see that these are only like few drawings. If we see her washing her teeth, it's more or less 2 frames that get repeated all the time. But that's effective and we don't need more. So we don't need to have like the whole body shaking with the teeth brush or something. This is simple, but it's completely enough and perfectly fine. And still, from the composition, it's like super nice. It has a lot of these pastel colors with our window that is almost a complete white as the center where we focus our eyes as well. Also some really cool fast still shots, which fits into the music. This is something that I really like at Eve's music videos, that they always are composited around the music so that they give a nice image together. Like you don't only have like the music at this point and the music video and the images here, but they all mix together really nicely. Okay, what's going on here with the effects in the background? Do you see that when she's leaving? This is something like, I don't know, is it a monster or something? It kind of has like a monster style look at this little shadow here. It seems like she's getting followed. Yeah, right. It's a nice transition on base of the music. And here our 2 protagonists are crossing the street. nice turn. This is a really nice turnaround. Just look at that. So we're starting here at the corner of the side. Also, she's already on this side of our frame, so our eyes are still following her because she was our main protagonist right now. In the next scene, she's also here. We see that our eye is already here. And here is her head starting. So the movement is starting here. With her eyes closed, but it's also pretty nice because the head is down because of that. Her head goes up a little bit. And also her eyes are opening. I think now we get another short blink. Here. After reaching the climax, she again closes her eyes for a second, blinking and then looking to the other side. Again, this is like perfect in almost every Eve video how the eye is guided. Because the first girl, the pink girl, looked to this side. Our eye is already here. And boom, here's also now our second protagonist. And also pretty nice, she's more in these blue colors, while the other girl is more in these lighter orange or almost pink colors, I think. This is maybe an indication that she is now arriving. But we also have, again, our theme of contrast here. This is something that happens in Eve videos a lot. If you want to see more, check out my Wins Anthem video for that. But Eve is always using these big contrasts like orange and blue or wet and a darker blue. We can really see we have a lot of scenes where not that much happens. It's a lot of still frames, so we don't have too much animation. It's still really subtle. I think it's funny how we always get these close-up shots of this pink girl that really gets us looking into her mind, so what she's thinking. Yes, right, they are all complementary colors, and that's why the contrast is so high, because of this complementary color scheme. What I also think is that this sequence, these shots are pretty cool when they are jumping out of a window, because here we kind of have this POV of the girl and then we see the camera over them. That's a pretty cool little camera effect. But most of the time, actually, we have super flat camera position. Here we see a lot of 2D-ish plain animation, as you can see here. This is more or less a simple walk cycle where we can see that these probably 3 or 4 drawings get repeated all the time. And we don't have like super dynamic shots. I would imagine something more dynamic, like here we would have a ground and then our 2 protagonists. I would imagine something more like that, which I think would be more dynamic, and the orange girl, which is of course leading. I would imagine more something like that. Here we would have the faces. He was grabbing the other girl, right? I think that would be more dynamic and would help a little bit, but we also already had this shot of them jump out of the window, which was pretty cool. I would think it would be way cooler to have a little bit more dynamic, like here. It's kind of like this, but more extreme probably, but also pretty cool expression of the characters with the open mouths and the really close eyes, and also with the eyebrows. Yeah, but this is only like a little criticism here, because this shot is already pretty cool, but to have it cooler. After this shot, I would like to have the opposite shot here, for example, of both characters moving away. Although this is also a POV of the second girl, probably. Especially since now she's turning and looking at the other girl. I think it also makes sense. So this is just another idea. But also really cool how these two characters are depicted, because we can see the different persona through them. Because our blue girl is kind of watching and she looks like, okay, what's going on here? While the other girl is more relaxed. And also really cool graffiti in the background. I really like this shift here, like when she's turning to the other side. Really nice little curve with the hair following. Another still frame, but still fine. And now we have a lot of effects that are kind of reminiscent to the beginning, when they looked to each other and there was like this firework. Yes, that's true. But here we have it again. Here we have these different colors again, this big contrast. She's completely yellowish and warm, while the other girl is in dark and cold blue color. Here again, like the same contrast between these two. But with both, we have a little bit of the opposing color. That's actually interesting. Look at this side here. Here we have this orange warm color scheme, while here on this side we have the darker color. So they are getting closer. And she's actually also moving to it. So when we are analyzing that, look how she's turning to the other side, where more bluish colors are. But I think this is also a compositing effect, that they only had like little ramp over this side. Okay, interesting, with the black screen now. Okay, here they are hanging out in this like holiday photos. Really interesting. Sometimes we have these still frames and in between then something else is moving. So really nice mix up here again. Okay, here's this shadow monster again. With this alarm. That's funny. Getting this little acoustic signal as well, that something is about to happen. And now she's gone. Ah, okay, so this wasn't fireworks, it was the shadow monster. I see. And interestingly, we now have a completely different style with these pen strokes. With these really rough pen strokes where she's disappearing. Look how she loses her shape. Here we still can recognize her, but from frame to frame, she loses more and more of her detail. Like here she's disappearing, she's almost gone, and now she's gone. She's just like this little cloud. And here we now have these effects. The question is now, will she get reborn or what will happen with her? So let's see. Again, really nice shot with the use of the music. Like, it's really cool that they always use these little detail shots in an important little scene of the music to highlight both. So they are working with each other, like this shot here, this close-up, when she's going into the water, exactly at that moment the music goes up. Because now, boom. And this shot is really, really cool. Again, a little bit flat, but we still have a little bit of three-dimensionality because they are getting closer to the camera. And now we get a nice transition again to the next shot. Really, really cool turnaround, actually. Look at this turnaround here. This is always cool to see something like that. Really nice fireworks effect here again. Here, look at these. And again, really simple animation with some loops while, for example, she is rubbing her feet. These are only 2 frames that they get repeated the whole time, while the blue girl has a little bit more. I think these are probably 4 frames or 3. But it's completely enough. It's completely enough. Yeah. Really cool video. I always love reacting to these videos because they have such a high quality in animation and of course the music as well. Always cool to see what's going on there because they are just artistically great. He always plays with these color contrasts. It's a reoccurring theme in almost every EVE video I saw already. So thanks for the recommendation. If you on YouTube want another video that I should cover, then please type it down in the comments and then I will try to do this. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to see that. And then I will see you all at the next video. Thanks.